Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Play. This is Joey Davidson, the Senior Gaming Editor at TechnoBuffalo.com, and I'm here today playing a new game called Gunpoint. Gunpoint just released for the PC platform on Steam, and I believe on the game's official website, or in early June. I think it was June 3rd. This game was developed by Tom Francis. He's an indie developer who actually was a writer for PC Gamer and worked on this game in his free time. He used the really accessible Game Maker creation software. I don't think he had any experience leading up to this release. Gosh, I'm just dying fast. And Gunpoint is I believe it's called a stealth-based puzzle platformer. That means that it has the 2D stealth elements of something like maybe Mark of the Ninja, but then there's also some cool platforming elements, and it's a one-shot kill system, so as you just saw a bit ago, I think a security guard caught me in his line of sight, and boom, I was dead. This is an espionage, film noir, detective type game, and basically, without giving away any of the story stuff, which it actually hasn't gotten too intense where I am, you're just sent on several missions in order to sneak into facilities and hack terminals or steal data or eavesdrop on conversations in order to be successful. What makes Gunpoint really, really cool, and you're kind of seeing a little bit of that now, is that each level is essentially just a real big stealth puzzle. The level that I play after this, I picked two different slices of gameplay for this Let's Play. I picked an early level from maybe like 10-15 minutes into the game, and then a level about an hour in. I'm still very early on, so I'm making tons of terrible mistakes, but I wanted to give you guys kind of a slice of two different, I guess, one simplistic and one not so simplistic level. Gives you an idea of what kind of puzzling this game packs. Look at this. God, that guy is dead. So yeah, you have to play with the environment and kind of learn how to navigate the space, and then you'll use these wires and rewiring the circuits in order to trick the guards, hurt the guards, disarm them, or open doors and get into new rooms. And that's what makes Gunpoint so fun and so entertaining, and I'm, like I said, really early into this game, and it's already one of my favorites from this year so far. I'm going to let the rest of this level play out. I want you guys to pay special attention to the music itself. I'm kind of a fan of that like film noir, detective-y jazz, and that this soundtrack for this game is perfect when it comes to that. So listen in, and I will be back on the other side. Alright, now we're on to the second level of this gameplay clip. Again, it's a little bit later in the game, but not so far that it's going to be a really intense and complicated level. But I wanted to show you one that has more dynamic wiring situations that kind of layers the puzzling nature of Gunpoint. So you'll see when I switch back to that almost like darkened scope, you'll see that there's multiple colors that I have to contend with for the wiring. There's red, which is on this ground floor. Then there's gold, which is going to be on the second floor, and then blue. In order to control the wiring systems that use the gold and blue wires, I need to actually hack those boxes. So you see them there on the left, there's gold on the second, blue on the third. And there's also wiring that's darkened out right now that I don't have access to because I haven't hacked those terminals. So that's one of the more challenging elements of Gunpoint. When you start a level, you don't have the ability to control everything in the space. That would almost be too powerful, so you have to figure out how to distract the guards and get into the areas where there's more susceptible wiring facilities, and so that you can move on and kind of explore the space. My goal, there's an optional objective in the room directly above me, which you see there. My goal is all the way in the top left corner. So you don't have to try and read this. It's just some side story stuff, and I'll just move on and read it when we're done. But basically, the game kind of works in such a way where you notice that I jumped through that glass pane, and it alerted the guard to my presence, right? So I killed this one guard, and now the new guard is up there in the room that I was kind of hanging out in. He's just going to stay right there. that means that I'll be able to get to the gold box that I mentioned before. And I also have an upgrade. If you're wondering, like, oh, why didn't you notice that second glass shatter? There's an upgrade that you can buy where you can jump through glass without causing any noise. But you have to click, like, as you're in flight to the glass. So it's a little bit difficult to use, but it's really useful. Okay, so now you're starting to see that I'm going to have to gain access to all 3 wire plates in order to get to my objective, right? So that means that I'll have to basically puzzle my way through every single room in this building. And what I understand about Gunpoint and the way it was developed, and this was something that was discussed very early on in its development, it's kind of open-ended. You can approach it from any way that you like. So while I might be solving this puzzle one way, maybe some of you are scratching your heads wondering why I'm doing it this way. Like, why am I not just taking the elevator? I'm wondering that. Okay. Terrible. I just walk through the motion detector and go up the elevator. Much simpler than trying to spring my way through some glass. Like I said, the game's meant to be played really in any way, and you're rewarded for taking better, more, I don't know, precautionary measures. If you want to go ghost, you're going to get a much higher rating on a level than you would running through, killing everybody, and making tons of noise. Being a ghost player is actually really, really rewarding, and it's one of the things that sets Gunpoint apart from other stealth games, where rewards might be experience or whatever else. Gunpoint actually rewards you just by being fun when it's played in a really, really stealth and ghosty way. I can appreciate that. Like I said earlier, I'm very early on into this game, and it's already one of my favorites from the year. I'm enjoying the crap out of it. It's only $10. Apparently the developer is going to push for a Mac and Linux release down the line, or at least that's in the cards. But right now it's just on PC. I hope he gets it out on other platforms. It's really a cool game. And I don't say this often, but it might even do okay for a touch-based experience. I could totally see rewiring these spaces with on a tablet or whatever else. So, alright, as I'm nearing the objective, I'm actually going to wrap up here. Like I said, $10 on Steam or their official website, which you can find linked below either in the article or the YouTube description. I've been Joey Davidson. I'm still Joey Davidson after I leave, but whatever. That was cheesy. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching Let's Play, and I'll be back soon.